Hey, it's Cal here, and I just wanted to kind of make a video of just kind of whatever right now and how I'm feeling. And I have like this really raw feeling, like this, just like rawness, and I don't really know how to describe this. And someone commented on one of my videos. I didn't really quite understand what the person was saying, but essentially she was saying, or he maybe, was talking about like false twin flame in like some of our appreciation and like darkness, and like essentially it's like all this old energy, old paradigm stuff that, to be honest, I don't really understand. And maybe I kind of understood it before, but like my way of thinking and perception of reality is so drastically different than it was 2 years ago. And especially, it's so drastically different from day to day. Like, I'm changing so fast. And so it kind of upsets me that someone would do this, but I mean, that's kind of their own reflection of their own journey, not mine. So, like, my response to them would be a reflection of my own journey, and I actually commented on their comment and replied to it, and felt like I left kind of a cool comment, or like wise comment in a way, but also like chat to bring like some childlike, heart-centered, like joyous energy. But anyways, oh my gosh, okay, like I feel like this person, I get like this really raw feeling with this person, and I feel like this person is like my twin flame, what people call the twin flame, or at least the understanding of it to be like your divine life partner, for like this like partnership where it's like you have the same soul, and you're like a shell that has the same pearl, and the pearl is your soul. And it's like the shell was like broken apart, and like one, like the male is like the top half of the shell, and the female is like the bottom half of the shell. So I really feel like this person is like this really raw feeling that I get, especially recently with this person. And it's like a really strong, a really deep feeling in my heart, like a true unconditional love. This is like different than what other people talk about. And so it's like I see a lot. And gosh, I'm just a part of like one twin flame group, and I don't really spend much time in it, but the little bits that I see, and it's like I didn't just like read the vibe of half, like almost anything that someone's gonna post in a group like that. It's like this really huge misunderstanding, and it's all like this spiritual ego, like new age energy. And it's half of the stuff in the new age is just like regurgitated stuff, and they try to take like East Asian concepts and like repackage it into something to sell and capitalize off of. And like, from my point of view, I have gone through so much stuff because of how different I am, I guess, in comparison of like understanding like an indigo child, or like a rainbow child is what I feel like I more resonate with, or maybe a crystal child, where like I've really been misunderstood my whole life, and I've gone through a lot of hardships because of it. I don't really want to say suffering, but it's like a lot of growth and a lot of not so good experiences in my life. My life has not been very easy, so it's like I'm in like a really raw place. And especially coming down to where I feel this really deep connection with this person, and I feel like a lot of this is outside of my control, where I feel like it's like building passion and rawness, and there's a lot of healing happening, but it's like I feel like a separation from this person. Like I'm not mad at this person or anything, but I just feel like the way the energy is right now, it's like there's a lot of this energy out of my control, so it puts me in this really like, it's almost like a really sad place, but it's because there's like a lot of healing happening, but there's like joy and a lot of happiness too. It's just like this really rawness. I can't really put words to it. It's like there's just like really deep feeling. Like raw seems to be like the best way I can describe it. And I literally had a dream last night where I was like covered in like a raw hamburger suit being chased by zombies. Like I'm doing a lot of healing work. So for someone to like, or people to like, I guess, capitalize off of this twin flame stuff and bring a lot of misconceptions and false ideas that aren't really aligned with the highest divinity of what this divine partnership really truly means is actually really fucked up, to be honest. And it's created a lot of chaos, a lot of misunderstandings, misalignments with reality, and like this truth and this rawness that I'm feeling. It's, like like for these past 2 years, I have felt completely liberated these past 2 years, and a lot of growth in like a really big expansive way. And this 2 year cycle is really coming to an end. But there was like 2 or 3 years before that, and actually, you know what? It was just 2 years where it was really heavy, but this energy was pretty prolific since I was like, I want to say like, since I was like 17 years old, maybe 18, my junior and senior years of high school. It's like I really fell into a lot of like this poisonous, like death energy. And I think that was the energy at the time, where it was like this Scorpio energy, where it was like death and rebirth. So it's like I went through 2 years of like this complete like in complete and utter just like dying every day, and it was horrible, and it did not feel very good, and it was scary, and I had no idea what was going on, and it was, I don't know how else to describe it. I was really misunderstood. Like my my dad, my mom, my parents said like, oh, you're mentally ill, you got brain damage, the doctors put you on too many pills when you were in high school, like all this bad stuff and anxieties, and facing them really quick, I guess. But it was like I was dying, where I was just like shaking and being withdrawn of my ego every day. And I was working full time and going to college at the same time too. So it was like really hard on me and really scary, and a lot of tough stuff I had to push through. And it's just like this really raw place where I was at, and it wasn't very easy. And I mean, there's like days where I couldn't even get off the couch, like where I was just like dying, and is like the feeling I get. I almost feel like I need to defend myself, because I've had someone comment on something I've said about just really speaking of, this really raw place where I felt like I was at. And someone just, I guess it was probably their ego or whatever, just like, oh yeah, talk about 2 hard years of your life, try 13. And it was just like this smart ass vibe I kind of got from it. And it's like, I just kind of want to be honest. And it's like, I know a lot of people have really tough lives and stuff. And, my life hasn't been like horrible, but, to look at a lot of the stuff that I've gone through, it hasn't really always been a cakewalking. Most people's lives nowadays aren't, with this shift that's happening, and it's like humanity's going through like a death process, but there's like a really bright side to it, where there's a rebirth. And so I felt really liberated, like I was reborn, 2 years ago, and finally coming to the end of that cycle. and it's like there's just like this really raw energy that I'm just feeling between me and this person, and it's like I have no idea what like this twin flame stuff is. I don't do the research about it. I just small it's like small bits of information are just kind of like given to me, or it's like I kind of like receive channel messages of it. And my idea of a twin flame is like, I don't know if I started in this video, man. I actually really got to a really raw place there. But it's like the shell, and it's like twin flames. It's like on the physical level, masculine is one part of the shell and feminine is the other part of the shell. And then the pearl in the shell is like, the you our soul. And so, to be honest, I feel this rawness with this person, and I feel like this person knows, or maybe doesn't fully understand or know. And that's kind of where I'm at too. It's like, I don't know if this person's like my divine life partner, or if any like this is just like a really raw feeling that I feel with this person. And I don't know why, because I don't really have like a sexual attraction or pull to this person. Like I guess like I feel sexual towards this person, maybe not like I don't feel like it's not about sex. It's not sexual. It's not about any like tantric sex or anything like that. Like it it's about this really deep, intimate, heart-centered connection that I feel like I that is like mind-blowing, or like eye-opening, like and like just really deep raw feeling that like I never really felt with anyone else before. And it's like it's really intimate. And like I don't know how else to describe it. It's just like it's like one of those things that just like completely takes down all walls and all barriers, or at least touches that spot where there is no containment of anything. And like it's like when I was in high school, and this might have what triggered a lot of this. It was when salvia was kind of like a prolific thing then, before it was banned in a lot of states. And if you don't know what salvia is, like Google or YouTube it and watch a video. It's insane. Like it's a really divine plant, but was really misused. And when I was a kid, I used it, and it crucified my ego. Like it killed my ego. Like it really murders your ego when you smoke this plant, or however way you ingest it. It's really short acting, but it's like really strong effect. And so I shared it with some of my friends, and like people would be like, "Oh, I can handle that," and it's like you could see their egos like getting all badass and stuff. And it's like, okay, here you go. And it's like they take a puff of this, this natural plant, and it's like they just get all retarded. And it's like it scares the shit out of them, and it like fucks with their ego, and like their pride is like destroyed, their ego is like destroyed. And it's like that's kind of what I see with a lot of this twin flame stuff. It's like, someone's really puffing on the real diviner's sage here, but some people are just, puffing on oregano in a way. And I hope that was a good analogy to describe it. I wasn't trying to bring any drug references or anything, but like salvia is a really, to me, like a really divine plant that really helped me with a lot of things, and is also something that a lot of people will misuse and misunderstand, like people do with this whole twin flame thing. So it's kind of fucked up what a lot of people do, but that's just how that old energy is. That's just how that old energy behaves, and that's just what it is, I guess. So I hope this helped you out. I really wanted to express myself in this video and where I'm feeling, because I'm at a really deep raw place, and it's almost really sad. Like I don't know, I feel like it's healing, but it's just like watch the video of this person today, and it like made me feel like I was left out, like I'm left out on Christmas. It just It's not a good feeling. But I